Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again for the very first time to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host Danjo here with part 28, I believe, of Pokemon Emerald Randomized Nuzlocke. Hope you guys are all doing well today. And yeah, on today's episode, we are going to be continuing, obviously, from last time. And it looks like we're gonna get a new catch chance pretty soon. So the last one we got was, well, canonically? No, not canonically. I guess chronologically, but yeah, the most recent one we got was Cast Form here in Meteor Falls, who is going to forever just sit in the box, hopefully it doesn't come down to, you know, a situation where I actually need Cast Form. Water is just the best. It's the best. It's the best thing ever. I don't like it's necessary for life, but it's also just amazing. And I do have a very hot cup of coffee here. That's why I kind of wanted to cool it down a little bit in my palate, because it's a little bit too hot for sipping at the moment. But yeah, after Meteor Falls here, which we haven't done the main story thing yet, we're finally gonna have access to the other side of Route 115, which I'm pretty sure has wild Pokemon, so yeah, we're gonna hit that up, and then it's back to Rustboro, I believe, because I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go talk to Mr. Stone once again. Call can't be made from here. Strange. Like, just the signal is bad in the area, I guess? Okay, alright. I mean, sure, why not? But, yeah, and, I know some of the episodes lately have been going on a little long. This is the first recording of a new recording day, and I kinda need to catch up, and I have plenty of time to do that, so I need to get a bunch of recordings done today, so yeah, I need to make sure these are all like reasonable length. And I kind of decided, I was like, you know, based on like the transitions and the different like segments of these episodes and how it's kind of different because of the PokeFact of the day, I kind of need to start wrapping up earlier, so instead of going to the usual runtime of like 35 minutes and then trying to wrap up and then getting to the PokeFact of the day and then the outro and then wrapping up, like pretty frequently that ends up with episodes longer than like somewhere between, longer than intended, but somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour, which is like a little bit much. So instead, going forward, I'm gonna start wrapping up at 25 minutes. That's if the gameplay permits it. Again, I don't like doing cliffhangers. So that's part of the reason why some of the episodes, a lot of the episodes here on this channel end up being a little bit longer, is because I aim for the 35-minute mark, but sometimes in order to put a nice neat bow on everything that, you know, trying to accomplish in an episode, it takes a little bit longer. So, and then of course, you know, we got the goofs and the gaffs, and you gotta, you know, make time for jokes and little bits and rants, and you know, it takes a little bit of time sometimes. So oh, that's good. Okay, that is just cooled off enough. And actually, since this is Gen 3 Pokemon, I have a little bit of a rant here real quick, because again, like, I'm probably going to make a dedicated video on just this topic, but it kind of sucks how Pokemon Company is like, I love Pokemon, it's a big part of my childhood, it's a big part of like how I developed as a gamer. Like Pokemon Blue is my first JRPG, and yes, they are JRPGs, and it was the first game I completed. And I was a wee little lad, but it sucks how Pokemon Company kind of ignores these games. Like, especially the earliest remasters, like Fire Red and Leaf Green, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and to the general degree, like Generations 1 through 3, which some would argue are still the best Pokemon games, and I'm definitely one of those people. But what I wouldn't give, what I would not give, like, the reason a lot of these games are still relevant is because of the Pokemon community and the fan base, like, doing so many cool things with them, and like the Poké community, and it's amazing. It's really amazing what some people have accomplished with these older games as a base. And they're practically perfect. Don't listen to IGN 7 out of 10 simply because there's a lot of water in the game. No, like, famously, one of their worst, like, received reviews of all time, and like a while ago they gave Concord a 7, and I replied to their tweet where they were talking about it. I was like, so it's on par with Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire? And it's just laughable. Not to say critiques are not important. Critiques are very important. It's kind of what keeps people being critical is kind of what keeps the gaming industry thriving, and the only reason it's gone on this long. But yeah, if they actually re-released, because here's the thing, in 2025 we have a very sparse year for confirmed Pokemon releases. Like, we're getting Pokemon Champions at some point. Pokemon Legends ZA is probably going to run terribly on the original Switch. The Switch 2 version is probably going to run fine. And, you know, they're doing that free Switch 2 patch for Scarlet and Violet, which they better, because, like, people already paid for the game and the DLC, and it just plays like ass. It really does. So, and Pokemon Champions might not be coming out in 2025, it might be coming out in 2026, and we don't really know much of anything about the game. But they did show some young people playing the original games, presumably, you know, playing the games as they were growing up and stuff like that. But in that trailer for Pokemon Day 2025, and I was like, man, they haven't really given much love to the original games, like Game Boy Advance and before, right? In a long time. But if they released a collection, like Square Enix finally re-released like all the original Final Fantasies, and good on them for that. I don't like those versions, but at least they did it. If Pokemon Company puts out these games. Like, this is kind of a pitch for anybody at Pokemon Company, by the way, and feel free to take this idea and just use it as is, because not only would this be easy as hell to do, the community would be over the moon. So, a collection of games is what I'm pitching, basically, because we're finally getting Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, and Colosseum for the GameCube Switch Online app, right, on the Switch too. People are like, dude, this is amazing. Some retro collectors are like, please no, the price is... Because, like, some people consider their retro collection an investment, and it kind of is, especially if you know, try to pick up these games in good condition, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver as well, and your plan is to resell them eventually, you know, in the vinyl or whatever, for a profit, which I get it, and if they are official, you know, there are a lot of bootleg DS cards out there. But, if they re-released, let's see, if they came out with a collection, Fire Red and Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, so initially it would have only these games playable, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The reason for that is those are... Basically, we're only talking two systems, the DS and the Game Boy Advance. Which the DS originally had native backwards compatibility with Game Boy Advance. And we all know, like, those systems are easy to emulate. And, we've had some really good DS collections, like, that have been done by multiple companies. So, like, Konami had, like, the Castlevania collection with the DS games. Capcom had the Mega Man Zero collection with Mega Man Zero DS games. And they ran great on the Switch. So, even base Switch hardware can run them flawlessly. So with these, essentially 3 games, pairs of games, with Fire Red Leaf Green, Heart Gold Soul Silver, and Ruby and Sapphire, you have Gens 1, 2, and 3, like, with both versions playable. And beating each one could unlock the originals, so beating Fire Red and Leaf Green could unlock Red, Blue, and Green. Beating Heart Gold and Soul Silver would unlock Silver and Gold and Crystal. And beating Ruby and Sapphire would unlock Emerald. Which feels like less of a, you know, whatever, doesn't matter. So essentially there you'd have all of the classic games before the most recent remakes, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Still no Platinum in sight, but whatever. And I'm sure they're going to re-release Black and White and Black and White 2 as like one remake, basically, with both the games combined, because Black and White 2 are just direct sequels to Black and White. They're probably going to do that at some point for the next remake. But the other thing, Switch still doesn't have achievements. Or if Switch 2 is going to have them, they haven't talked about it. But a built-in achievement system for these classic games, all of them. Just some basic stuff, like, oh, you got this gym badge, you get a bronze achievement or whatever, or trophy, like, you beat the Elite Four, it's a gold one, you know. It's like, oh, you cleared Mount Silver, you know, in Gen 2, like, that's a gold, you know. Those kind of things. Be super easy, super basic. Just in-game achievements. Like Hollow Knight did this on the Switch, and, you know, tons of other games do that. Stardew Valley even did that, and come on, Game Freak, that's developed by one person. But yeah, massive shout out to Concerned Ape, like, that's a huge freaking achievement. and Chucklefish, like, they got an eye for talent. But, yeah, here's the other thing. A built-in randomizer. Because Pokemon, lots of games have this now, where it's classically styled, like, just look at, not Castlevania, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Game has a built-in randomizer. They added an update. And, yeah, randomized Pokemon makes it a lot better. Like, the tool's been around for ages and it's been updated a bunch. And like, if you're playing a randomized version of this on the collection, like, it would disable trophies, obviously, because tons of games do that, where if you have the mods installed for Looking at You, Skyrim, and Fallout 4, you can't get achievements or trophies. But that's fine. A lot of gamers don't care about that. And yeah, make it usable for all those games. Like, built-in randomizer, the unlockable, like, classic games, because, like, if you've played Fire Red and Leaf Green, you probably don't want to go back to, like, Gold, or not Gold. If you played Fire Red and Leaf Green, you probably don't want to go back to Red and Blue and Green, because it's kind of just better in every way. You know? If you've played Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you probably don't want to go back to Gold and Silver and Crystal. Those kind of things, but it could easily be there as an unlockable because Game Boy games are incredibly small in file size. Like, it'd be a nice little bonus. And like, you could trade between all these games in the collection. And again, any files where it wasn't randomized, you could have that connect to Pokemon Home. Maybe not. I mean, I would hope there'd be some kind of restriction to where, like, you could export the games from, or export the Pokemon from the classic games to Pokemon Home, but not, like, import, necessarily. Although, I don't see why there would be that restriction. Well, it would take away the challenge of getting the achievements and stuff if you could just import your high-level perfect IV Pokemon and everything, so... yeah, actually, yeah. But even if there was no Pokemon Home connectivity, it would be really cool. And maybe only have it unlocked because if you have, like, the National Dex, I guess, or something. So, like, after you beat the Elite Four. I don't know. But yeah, even if there was no Pokemon Home connectivity and the games just connected to, like, each other, like, that's a lot of different games, dude. Like, and maybe, well, maybe within the game there could be, like, a Pokemon Bank kind of thing that could export things to Pokemon Home from your boxes of the games where they're not randomized. Because, like, granted, the randomizer includes things like, you know, changing a Pokemon's types, its base stats, its abilities, that kind of thing. So obviously, if they are very different from, like, the official version of those Pokemon, then they wouldn't work with Pokemon Home, naturally. But as people have proven, even with, like, the 3DS Virtual Console games, like, it is possible to get those old Pokemon, even from Gen 1, all the way to Gen 9. Which I think... wait, are they calling it Gen 9 now? The most recent games, whatever, Pokemon Home and stuff. So, it would be possible. And it would be very cool, because... like, if they do that, that's a day one for me. That is a day one. And And with like a modern randomizer for the classic Pokemon, you could do a bunch of things. Like, it could be even more feature rich than like the standard Pokemon randomizer. But anyway, it would be cool. It would be cool. Do I think they'll do it? Hell, no. No. Obviously not. But I don't see why, because it would be incredibly easy to do, and then you'd have them out there on modern platforms, in an official capacity to buy. And dude, it would sell like hotcakes. Like, and it'd be a perfect cross-gen title between Switch 1 and Switch 2. You could release it on both platforms. The install base for Switch 1 is huge. And then, you know, it has those online trading and battling capabilities, so you could definitely help push Nintendo Switch Online, because right now, most of the people I've talked to don't care about Switch Online, period. That is a thing that would get me to renew my membership, just saying. Just saying. Like, there's not a lot of games, or potential games for Switch that can do that. But that is one. Like, if they do that, 100%. 100%. So, you know, just saying. Okay. So to actually get in the game, I know, guys, I said 25 minutes, we have 5 minutes. I'm gonna go a little long on this one just because we had that rant, so we're gonna get at least 15 minutes of gameplay. I thought that was... I thought it was Ho-Oh for a second, and then I was like, no, and then I thought it was Moltres, and then I was like, wait, no, and then I was like, oh, it's Fearow. Okay, I gotcha. He's a fighting type, if I'm not mistaken. I think I remember that. Kind of remember him being a problem too, so I'm just gonna send out Dodeer. He should be able to handle it. Hey, get wrecked, Fearow. He was pretty formidable last time I fought this guy. What? Wait, he's fighting and something that's weak to ground? Dude, Dodeer is like a perfect counter for him. Anyway, it was just an idea that's been rattling around in my head for a while. I'm like, man, what? Because I don't really do like a wish list for like Pokemon Day 2025 announcements. I was just like, it's probably gonna be a bunch of mobile game announcements, and they'll probably have an updated look at Legends ZA, and they might have a surprise in there for like the new remakes. That'd be cool. Because like the last one they came out with was Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And I would say the critical reception was not good. So, I don't know, maybe they'll actually do something cool. And yeah, it was pretty much exactly what I thought. Pokemon Champions was a surprise, and that was... It sounds cool, honestly. It seems like something... I mean, I've said it before, but... in case you guys didn't see that video or whatever, it sounds like something where they're gonna move the VGC to that instead of relying on the most recent mainline games or VGC stuff. Because maybe they want to get more experimental, like with the Legends games. And like if there's a lot of time between like a lot of people have fallen off the Pokemon train. So, like, there might be a lot less interest in VGC stuff if it's just Scarlet and Violet going forward. So, anyway, it's a nice little, like, fail-safe stopgap, in my opinion, but anyway. And my coffee has cooled down a little bit too much. Because I was just ranting for like 20 minutes. Well, like 15, but...
With this meteorite, that thing in Mount Chimney Hole. Eh? I don't know who you are, but if you get in the way of Team Magma, don't expect any mercy. Hold it right there, Team...
Oh, that's not Team Magma.
You're badly mistaken if you think you can have your way with the world.
Oh yeah, I gave the grunts like a piratey kind of thing, but I gave Archie more of a... yeah, I didn't know who it was. They were off screen. Give me a break.
Even Team Aqua joins us. That's too much trouble to deal with you all. Doesn't matter. You've got the meteorite, so off to Mount Chimney we go. Yeah, be seeing you Team Aqua dingbats.
Didn't I see you before? At Slateport's museum. Ah, so your name is Hanako. At the time, I thought you were one of Team Magma's goons. You're one odd kid. Team Magma is a dangerous group of total fanatics. They engage in destruction, claiming to expand the landmass. They are the rivals to us, the sea-loving Team Aqua.
Boss, we should give chase to Team Magma.
Yes, we must. We've got to hurry. There's no telling what Team Magma will do at Mount Chimney. Hanako, we should keep an eye out for Team Magma too. Farewell. And of course, some random scientist got caught in the mix.
I'm Cosmo. I'm a professor. Team Magma asked me to guide them to Meteor Falls. But they tricked me. They even took my meteor right away. And then another similar bunch, Team Aqua, showed up.
I was here for that.
After that, I don't understand any of it. That Team Magma. What are they going to do with that meteorite at Mount Chimney?
Yeah, that's a legit concern. Another Macho Brace. What is this, 3 now? I don't think we need any more Macho Braces. From what I remember, there's an item around here. Yay, the useless Pokemon. Yeah. I would have liked to have Firo, actually. What is cast form again? I legit don't remember. Oh, that's not a problem. Steel resists rock. Crush Claw is just normal though. And Jetson doesn't have very good... Well, we'll see how it does. Yeah, it's... that shit. This guy is annoying. He's not even good, like, experience yield. I kind of just want to, like, get out of here. Should probably just put Bubble Beam up front. Like, 9 times out of 10, it's the best way to go. There we go. Yeah, it's not terrible. But yeah, like, even as somebody who has, like, previously purchased, like, every one of those games, I mean, not myself, personally, because, like, some of them I received as gifts when I was younger. Like Pokemon Blue I definitely didn't buy with my own money, and Silver I definitely didn't buy with my own money, but I mean, I've had physical copies of like all those games I've mentioned before. Like not Crystal and not Gold, but every generation I at least had one version of it. You know, so still it'd be a day one for me. This guy is like not even really worth it. I mean, I don't know. It's almost 200 per. Can't do that. I thought there was something on the way down here, no? Fucking cast form piece of shit. Alright. Like, it's just barely worth the trouble, like, just barely. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna put Bubble Beam up front. It's a little stronger than Water Pulse. Why the fuck? Okay. I realized that was a little extra risky. I could have crit multiple times and hit 5 times. Randy, it would have been really bad. And yeah, 165 on that one, great. Not really worth it. Okay, so 115, there's no response. Full Arbor, right. It's just a bunch of secret base bullshit. Yeah, and a Rock Smash thing, I believe you're a trainer. I know she's a trainer. You're not gonna turn, are you? There's an item. Scope lens. That's actually a really good pickup. Improves crit rate, right? Oh, wide lens. That's the one that increases accuracy, right? Yeah, who would I give that to? Oh, Randy's the only one with the Matcha Brace right now? Guess we'll give it back to Doedeer here. Yeah, switch. Who even has a move that has, like, decent crit? I mean, Razor Leaf does. Steve with Air Cutter. It's kind of the only option at the moment. Damn it, that's not what I meant to do. I just want to top off my guys. Yeah, this guy's probably gonna stop me from over here. Unless... Damn it.
My strongest skill is busting bricks with my forehead.
Cool. Sounds like Concussion City. Shelter. We haven't... I don't think we've seen Shelter yet. And I don't know what type he is. So I'm gonna switch it in. Randy has a Mocha Brace. Yeah, Randy has a Mocha Brace. Okay. I mean, the rain helps his water attacks, so... Never really understood Metal Sound either. It's a steel type thing, but it lowers special defense. Why? Oh. Okay. So he's weak to water. Good to know. Dude, I already have way too many fucking people in my Pokénav. Can we just skip all that, please? Yay! Thing I can buy at the store. I was like, I definitely press select. Alright, a couple more trainers. Thing is, okay, I guess there are no, I guess there's no grass, so I guess I would have to come back here and surf or something. Unless there's grass further down here, which I don't think there is. Yeah, there's no way back up here. Mental herb, okay. Another pretty much useless item that I'm not going to use.
You've disturbed my meditation. You'll be punished for it.
Oh yes, punish me, queen. Please. Geodude. Geodude. I know I ran into a Geodude. Was he fire? I think he was fire? Dark? I thought he was... Oh. Yeah, I guess he's dark type. I mean, I guess I could, like, put the type stuff in my notes. That seems exhausting. I think it's more interesting to just kind of like wing it, I guess. I think Jetson should be fine. Although he might be Fire Dark already. That would be bad. I mean, he does have 50 HP and the water is gonna... Yeah, he might be okay. Oh, and he was gonna do Pursuit? Okay, like a fucking asshole. Alright, it's fine. I broke your concentration, oh no. I mean, that's not my fault, that's you. Nobody can break your concentration for you, alright? Vigoroth! Vigoroth is kinda scary. I don't remember. He might have been grass. Was he grass type? I'm gonna try that. Oh shit, that sucks. Thankfully, Jet's in. No. Okay, you're fighting. Okay, I get you. I got you. I got you. Yep. Yep. That was almost really bad. Okay, Steve. That would be neutral for you. How's your defense? 35. Yeah, that would... Flying resist fighting. Ice would be weak to it, but he could counter with an air cutter that would probably take him down. And it would be Nooch. Nooch the Booch. Doedeer, it'd be no effect, so I'm gonna switch to Doedeer, just to play it safe. He's got Vine Whip. Motherfucker, grass fighting? I thought I remembered him using Vine Whip before. So... Dragon grass fighting? What? What? Oh, maybe just dragon fighting? Okay, cool. Glalie! Yeah, I'll switch. Just gonna throw Jetson out there to get experience. Also, why do you have 12 HP now? You were really low on health before. He was in the red, wasn't he? So I haven't fought a Glalie yet, so... I mean, I'm assuming his team is type-themed. I'm just gonna go with Randy. It's like the rain will help and just... Yeah, Gray, he's not... Okay. He's not grass type, okay. Yeah. 360, that's not bad. I don't want your Pokemon, dude. Glalie would be kinda cool. What? Anna? Cool, I don't give a shit, alright? So we're gonna have to come back here to get our catch. Oh, there's also access to the water down there. So yeah, if it's a water only kind of thing, I guess we won't have to come back all the way around. Yeah, okay, we fought him, we fought both of them. So I guess it's just that one other trainer and we'll be done with this route? Beach is my secret training spot. Don't come butting in. Alright, fine. I think Mankey was one of those ones where I was like, oh, he went all the way around back to fighting, I think. I believe that's correct. Shouldn't be that strong, so I'm just gonna let Steve take this, because again, it'll be neutral, and he can just use flying shit, and that's neutral. It might just be normal? Motherfucker, it's a 95. Hang in there, Steve. You are so close. Oh yeah, he's about to learn a move too, right? I was not really paying attention to the numbers. I should have. Even if he crits, I think we'll be okay. Okay, yeah, so that's like 10. And we are going first, so Aerial Ace should finish him off. Yeah. There you go, Steve. Please learn a move. I mean, he's getting... That's a good level, like, decent defense boost, special attack, physical... I mean, he needs that physical attack. Ice Punch, motherfucking yeah, dude! Because I got the TM for this recently, and I was like, man, I kind of want to teach that to Steve, because he needs a better ice move. Because Icy Wind is 95 and lower speed, and it's just not that good. But it has the same amount of PP. 75, 100. Like, that's way better. And like, eventually I might get rid of Air Cutter. I kinda don't want to now that I have the scope lens or whatever, the scope lens, right? But yeah, dude. Fake Tears and Ice Punch, like... But yeah, between the two, Air Cutter and Aerial Ace, I would definitely keep Aerial Ace, because like moves that ignore accuracy are freaking super helpful. But they're both good moves, so I would rather get rid of Icy Wind. Because yeah, Ice Punch is like I've said before, one of the best ice moves in the game, aside from Ice Beam. And of course, like, Blizzard if you happen to also have Hail, but Cascoon is... I don't remember, actually. Shouldn't be a problem, though. I think Jetson should be able to handle it. It's level 18, but should be okay. It's not bad. That's not very effective. 2 more Crush Claws and he'll be down. Would be really nice if Jetson had a stab move, but again, he's gonna learn like 3 moves at 22. Which I guess I haven't mentioned in this episode, but I have mentioned it before because, yeah, Remoraid learns like 3 moves at level 22 and then evolves at 25 to Octillery. No, all these fucking people, man. It's like, it wouldn't be a problem if they didn't randomly hit you up. Like, that's the most annoying part of it. Eroding everyone. Okay, yep. It's full of suspense, yep. Okay. And I think there was an item down here. I think we already grabbed it though. Yeah. The hell was that? Alright, we're back in Rustboro, baby. I think we're supposed to go to Devon. I believe that's correct. Oh, I think we can finally go battle our dad. Right? I think so. So where didn't we get... Okay, hold on. So there was 111. I think the only two routes that we've been to that we hadn't got our catch chance for is 111 and 115. Because again, like, doing the pretty basic Nuzlocke rules. One catch per route, first encounter only exception is species and dupes clause. What is that sound? What is that? I legit don't know what that is. You guys hear a whirring of some, like a whir, whir? No, not the. Hold on. The whir. I don't know what that is. What the hell? I'll look into it in between episodes. So one catch per route, it's a first encounter only, and... Yeah, we didn't have a Route 115. And we didn't have a Route 111. Right? Yeah, so we'll be able to come back for those. Also, Cycling Road does count. Oh, we forgot to go back and do Cycling Road. Oh, crap. That's a problem. Okay. Alright. I will put that in my notes for next time. Okay, so apparently... Okay, it says go through Meteor Falls and do main story stuff, right. Okay. So yeah, we'll come back for 111. Come back for 115. But first, I guess we need to go back. And it just stopped. Yeah, we have to go back through the tunnel to Mauville. And I think we need to switch out the bike anyway. Like, I think we need the other one, the Acro bike or whatever it's called. Which I prefer because it feels less unwieldy. And then, yeah, we'll head up Cycling Road. Because I was going to go back to Slateport anyway and buy more soda pops. So I'm going to add that to my notes right now. So, okay, so backtrack through, what is it called? Where are we? Rust Turf Tunnel. To Mauville. And there it is again. To swap bikes. Then clear Cycling Road. Question is, should we go back to Petalburg first? Because we're kind of already there, and now that we have... Oh, we can't go this way because surf. So we'd have to come back this way anyway. Yeah, so we should head back first. Okay. then hit up Slate Port to restock soda pops. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Okay. So we will take care of that on the next one. And that might take like 2 episodes. I just completely forgot about Cycling Road. That will be part 29 and potentially also 30. But yeah. That's gonna do it for today, folks. So, thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Of course, before we do that on the next episode, we're gonna hit up Devon, because I think we're supposed to do that. So let's hard save. And I also need to finish, well, not finish. I also need to cycle some laundry here in a bit. Speaking of cycling. But, yeah. Of course, before we get going, it's time for the Poke Fact of the Day before we do the outro. And I know last episode I said we weren't going to do a Poke Fact of the Day on Noctowl. Apparently, I was wrong. I thought I already did a Poke Fact of the Day on Noctowl, and I was looking through my list of, like, completed Poke Facts, and it wasn't in there. So I was like, I don't think we've actually done one. Maybe we did, definitely not on this series. So I was like, you know what, we'll just do it again. From scratch. So yeah, Noctowl is known as the owl Pokemon, unsurprisingly. So is Hoot Hoot. And yeah, the reason I wanted to do Noctowl for this one is because last episode, Hoot Hoot evolved. And the interesting Pokedex entry for Noctowl comes from Pokemon Ultra Moon. Once again, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, peak Pokemon. And again, Pokemon Company, if you guys want to release these games, like just upscale the originals and like very bare bones remaster, that'll be a day one for me too. Like, I love Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But yeah, the Pokedex states in Ultra Moon, when it turns its head entirely upside down, you know it's troubled by something. If you don't leave it be, it will peck you. And I thought this was interesting because it's one of those contradictory Pokedex entries. Like, most of the other Pokedex entries either mention the thing about it being a very good nocturnal and like hunter, or that when it turns its head like a lot, I guess, it is sharpening its intelligence, which is kind of the Pokedex's way of saying, like, explaining, I guess, why it gets certain like psychic type moves, like it gets hypnosis, and yeah, that Pokedex entry is as early as Pokemon Silver, so the first generation where Noctowl was in a game. And in that game, yeah, it learns Hypnosis at 16, Reflect at 25. How does it learn something before it evolves into whatever? It also learns Confusion at 41 and Dream Eater at 57. Oddly enough, after Noctowl evolves in Gold and Silver, it doesn't learn any normal or flying type moves, even though it is normal flying. Oh wait, no, it learns Takedown at 33. All the other moves it learns after it evolves are psychic type, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Although in the current games, actually, let's not even talk about those. In Gen 3, in this game, right, in Pokemon Emerald, does learn the exact same moves. So takedown at 33, and the rest of them are psychic type moves. So yeah, I guess that those Pokédex entries are an attempt to explain why it learns psychic type moves when it's not a psychic type. But anyway, again, it's like Sugimori's favorite Pokemon, so this is the artwork from Gen 2, from Gold and Silver, which is very, very similar to the recent artwork. It's just the shading is different and stuff. I like the old Sugimori shading. And that's just according to like 1 or 2 sources. It's not necessarily still Sugimori's favorite Pokemon. I read that online. So it might be true, it might not be. But that's speculation. But yeah, the Pokédex entries are not speculation, which is why we call it the PokeFact of the day. But, yeah, that's gonna do it for now, guys, except for the outro. So special thanks, updates, all that good stuff, and a very special thank you going out to the current Farts and Crap Show members, which at the time of recording is Navalis Draconis, Aaron Shaken, 97 Johnny Boy. Thank you so very much for choosing to support the show a bit more directly via channel membership. It vastly helps out. Very much appreciate it. And it is very much optional, so you guys are extra awesome for doing so. And if you want to be incredibly awesome like these amazing people and get in on all those membership benefits, check out that join button down below. There's also a link in the description that talks about becoming a channel member in case there's no join button for you. And yeah. Before we get into membership details, a quick little word on YouTube handles. That is why 97 Johnny Boy has an @ symbol in front of his screen name there. He has a channel of his own, it's great stuff, highly recommend it, which you can easily go check out just by going to youtube.com/@97johnnyboy, and it'll take you straight there. There's like 2 other things that handles do, so they're 100% unique, so it's another way to double check, make sure you're in the right place. And you can also punch a handle into YouTube search, and it will narrow down your results significantly, pretty much exclusively to the content from that creator. But yeah, membership tiers start at $3 a month. It's only 10 cents a day, gets you into all the basic stuff, including getting to vote on the series that get made here on the channel via the Members' Choice Polls. It's a thing we do once a month for a full 7 days over on the membership tab, and that is how all of the series get decided. So, we wrapped one up a little while ago for March 2025, and that was to determine the series that would follow this one, the winner being Final Fantasy IX, so thank you very much, channel members, for choosing one of my favorite games of all time. And we will have one for April. It will likely be towards the end of the month, as it has been lately, which, if that is true, the beginning of the last week of April 2025 is the 23rd, I believe? Yeah. So, if my current projections are correct, that's when it's going to be. And it's probably going to be deciding the series to follow Wind Waker HD. So, if you guys want to get in on that, that's how you do it. But, and yeah, if you're a new channel member, like most of the previous Members' Choice polls are still up there over in the membership tab, and you can still vote on them. They stay open until you leave your input, and, yeah, so even if you're just a member for 1 month, you can vote on pretty much every Members' Choice poll we've ever had, thereby still influencing the content that gets made here for quite some time, because retroactive input on previous polls is considered for future ones. But yeah, this is an approximation of future announcements from the past, so if you want all the announcements as they happen and the bell doesn't work for you, I get it. The bell does not work for me either, but there are 4 other ways you can stay up to date. We have the the post tab here on the channel, the Farts Crap Show Twitter /X, the Bluesky, and the Discord. I always post on all 4 whenever there's an announcement, so regardless of which one of those works for you, you can stay up to date. And links for those are down in the description, also on the channel banner, but yeah, that's gonna do it for now. So, thank y'all once again for being here, guys. Till next time, take care, and I hope you all have an amazing day.